Welcome to the podcast with our experts at AI IXX. Today I'm with Shambaditya. It's very complicated to pronounce, but he told me that I can call him Shamba. So Shamba, welcome to our podcast. I'm looking forward to ask you a few questions and to get to know you much better. So please start with a short introduction about yourself.
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I'm very pleasure to be with you and talk with you regarding the AI IXX and how the AI can implement in the businesses. So basically, I am from the electronics and telecommunication engineering background. And during my study and my work, so basically I come up with different machine learning stuff, and we are making basically IoT devices, which is Internet of Things, and that's pretty much influenced me to learn about machine learning and artificial intelligence. And with that, I am also in part of different kind of marketing and sales department. So it's a combination of marketing and technology together. So I love that thing, and that's inspired me to learn more about artificial intelligence and developing new tools and development, something like that. Yeah.
Mm. When did your experience with AI start? So when was it at university that you first time came in contact with AI?
Exactly. I started from my university, and then I joined a training course, which is basically they're working with manufacturing plants. And that time I come up with the IoT thing. So we basically design some tools which implement into the manufacturing plant. So it's basically very, hardware kind of stuff, not software related. But that, so that thing I picked up, and I studied more about AI during some courses, universities, and also the online stuff was there. So, and that thing also inspired me to do the e-learning stuff, because the online courses are very cool right now. So yes.
That's how long ago?
Yeah.
How many years you've been with AI now?
It's been 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years. Okay, so it's well before ChatGPT. So how do you see these 3 to 4 years? How was this for you? At which time you realized that AI is really a game changer for the future, for the society, for everything?
So basically, AI is always with us. If you think about deeply, then you figure out that when the software development starting back in 1940s, AI development is simultaneously starting at that time. And so after currently, I know maximum software like YouTube, Facebook, everyone use AI. So the potential of AI, which I already know when I was in study, the electronics thing. So, but currently ChatGPT, booming the market, so everybody come up with AI, and there is the thing that generative AI, which is the part of ChatGPT, or basically ChatGPT is part of generative AI, that's very affordable for everyone, and that's very easy to understand for everyone. So that's how currently this hype of AI is going high. But otherwise, the backend thing is always there. If you give me the basic example, that is, in the 90s, we are playing chess on computer, right? So that chess is also developed based on some neural networks. So AI is starting from there.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah. So when ChatGPT started, so when all this generative AI revolution basically came over us, what was your feeling? Did you expect something like this to come, or were you also surprised by this?
No, I was surprised. Really, I was surprised, because the user experience which ChatGPT provide, that I wasn't expect at all. So that's a massive transformation they do. That's for sure. But that model they are using, that LLM model, so I familiar with it a bit before launching the ChatGPT. But the how people are using it, the outcome of ChatGPT, that's phenomenal. That's very exciting near us. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to talk about use cases of generative AI, of ChatGPT. I think many use cases are clear, so everyone knows certain use cases of ChatGPT, but there are so many additional use cases which very few people know. What are the let's say, special use cases you have discovered in the last months where you think this is really phenomenal, which is really changing, or which more people should know about?
So look, ChatGPT is something like which can help you to understanding a topic, or it can help you to develop different content. But if you understand the core of ChatGPT, which is the GPT or the LLM model, the large language model, now that thing have a lot of potential, and one of the biggest potential is that it can read anything from the images to a PDF file or CSV file or spreadsheet. So these capabilities of understanding the words and images, that give us extraordinary examples. So when we use LLM models for create new content, or for example to understand something new topic, that's give a phenomenal stuff. I give you a basic example of it. That is when we onboarding people in a company, so there is a long term to time we spend to taught them, training them that how the company works, how the policies are work, and to understand those things it takes a lot of
Yes,
time and effort. So now ChatGPT or the
exactly.
LLM model can help to taught them separately. So you don't need to put a single person. They can understand by themselves. Just put on their company's data, that policies and the product they are working on. So that's a good approach maybe they can use. But I think most of the people are currently using to create emails or something like that and create content. But the
Yeah,
potential is
of course.
something
Yeah,
other else. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting example, definitely. What is your experience when it comes to companies? I think the potential for AI within companies is huge. My experience is that companies are only using a little part of this in the moment, and a lot of companies are still reluctant in implementing AI tools into their processes.
Yeah.
What is your experience?
Yeah.
How is it in India? How is your experience?
Oh.
What do you think about this?
So most of the time I talk with different owners or founders. So there are two kind of concept they are lagging of. Firstly, they are very curious about to know the data security, because most of the time people are conscious about that where I supposed to my data is going, who are seeing my data. This is one thing. And second, what I realized that a lack of the exposure of AI they have. They see something but couldn't trust anymore. So that I find. And another thing what I find to talk with people, that is they have an idea to using AI, but they still figure out where and how they put it on their business. So that thing maybe people are lagging off. So I think they can create a proper structure of their recent problems they're facing, and they transform into the AI segment. They just type on the ChatGPT how AI can help it. Simple as that. So then we can have a strong architecture, and then if you go to the production and using some platform and tools, then we have some sort of solid pathway to get the product done or get our sales done. That's one thing I really find out. And another thing is that is the
Well, let's just because you said a very important point, data security.
yeah,
I think this is a fear a lot of
correct.
companies have, and definitely also a fear they should have. How do you help, or what is your argument to companies when the data security topic comes? So what should companies do? How can they reduce this risk of data security? So what should they do?
So basically, it depends on how you work with AI. So there are many different ways different approaches basically to work with AI. So one is that embedded, like you use your data and embed it to a LLM model. Now that one kind of thing. So you have to think about that which LLM model you embedded and how's their data security system operate. What are the data security certificates they have and how they can protect their customers' data. This is one thing. Second thing is that you can fine tune it with the LLM model and run into your own system. So if you run into your own system, then our data security is very less. So just you have to you have to secure your computer and your network, that office's network. That's the only thing. You just use that particular LLM model like a Gemini. So you just use API with Gemini and then implement into your product and use it into your own local system. This is another way. And I would
Okay.
suggest to everybody, if they are new at AI, they are not experienced with it, then start with the public data. That is the more secure approach, which I think, because it is always public, so there are no harm for to your data security effort. So if you use the public data first and understand how the things work, how different companies and different platforms are work using their customers' data security, then you can better on the development the more complicated project. But if you start with the public data, then that would be cheaper.
Okay, understood. How do you see the human factor? Because I think there are also lots of employees in the
Yeah.
companies who are afraid of AI, that they are losing their jobs, or that they have more work, or that they completely need to change the way they are working. How do you see this factor?
I think couple of sector there are chances that AI taking over the jobs, but as well as there are high chances that if we learn the AI, it is not difficult to learn. So my concept is something is like driving a car. Now you not need to be a car mechanic, right? You just need to how to drive. That is the mode. How your driving skill is important rather than to your mechanical skill, right? So if you know how to drive AI, then nobody can get your job. Yeah, that's for sure. But the always new technology adoption mentality is good. But some of the areas where AI can generate lot of content, they can automate a lot of stuff. So those kind of thing, and maybe we are lagging for some humanities in next couple of years. Not now, because we are at the beginning of AI, the era. So it takes at least 3 to 5 years where AI is completely, in every house. So that time maybe the recession will come, but not now.
So you think it will take that long? Because if I see the development of the last 1.5 years, it was so fast.
But
So,
the I'm
so
thinking about the scalability, right? Because
yeah.
the development is fast, but the scalability is not that fast. Only ChatGPT can access over billions of people, not other AI tools.
That's true.
So when it comes to scalability, then we have time.
Okay, clear. If you see the different functions of a company like marketing, sales, procurement, finance, HR, and so on, do you think that all those companies need specialized tools, so specialized tools which are for their specific function? Or do you think that tools like ChatGPT or Gemini, they can work for all areas and no other tools are needed?
No, I think it's about the proficiency, because ChatGPT and Gemini is based on the lot of data they have. I mean, ChatGPT 5 is using around 5 trillion of parameters, that large language model that covers lots of things. So sometimes that helps to general purposes, but if you focused on some specific tasks, like you said, HR or marketing and sales, then I think the specific tools are very important to use, because those tools are developed only focused to solve HR's problem or only focused to solve the sales problem. But ChatGPT and Gemini give you the overall perspective. That's what I say.
So how do you find the right tool? Because, for example, on our AIX tool platform, we already have more than 1,200 tools. If you look at the single tool, everyone is convincing and it's great. But now you are a marketing department and you want a specific tool. So how do you find the right tool for yourself? Because I have the feeling that every day there's a new tool coming to the market.
Correct. So I think that if you figured out that what are the features you want. So for example, when I create an AI tool, we first, it's called MVPs. Like we focus on small MVPs and then we create a whole product. So if you think about your specific features and trying to figure out that which tools are absolutely suited for your specific features, then you can easily figure out that which tool is great for you, because there are a lot of tools. But you have to find out that which feature you currently work right now. For example, if a company is only focusing on the lead generation part, they are lagging on the lead generation part. They can't figure out the good lead or a healthy lead. So they only focus on the tool which only solve the healthy lead problem. Like they can generate maybe 1,000 lead, but only maybe 500 or 300 are genuine. So that AI, which only solve that problem, which only can specify this for 500 or 400 people from that list, you should that pick the tag pick. Other than in our generative purpose tool. So yeah, so
Understood.
features
So
yeah, that's the important thing. That what the exact you want to solve, which problems you exact want to solve. If you have that, then you get there.
So you will have an e-learning course on AIX about generative AI for business
Yeah.
leaders and
Yes.
executives. So what is this course about? If I'm, for example, I'm also an executive, so what can I learn in this
So
course?
you will learn the core concept of generative AI. This is my first course, so I just only focus on the general point of view of generative AI. Now, AI is like an umbrella. It's a huge, broad spectrum. Generative AI, which is mean that artificial intelligence tool will generate new content. Maybe it's a text or maybe it's a image, right? So that is what generative AI do. So in this course, I only focus to use how generative AI works, and particular in which area you need generative AI to solve your business problem. At each lesson, I provide a case study, a real world case study like onboarding system, marketing system, using those AI tools. And also, I provide a step-by-step process that how you can implement it for your data security purposes, or maybe you can implement a chatbot. So what is the method to make a chatbot for your website or your home team? So I structured the course like that. So once you can have to learn the course, you can show the videos, you will have a proper idea that where and how you can put AI or Gen AI into your business.
So it's also suitable for persons which have little technical background
You don't need to
and
have any
who
technical
want to
background.
understand
No,
it.
you don't need to have any technical
Okay.
background because I don't use any kind of coding or something like that. I only focus on the data centric and the strategic view that how you can implement it. That's it all. So basically, I narrow down everything and focus on a single path that you don't. This is for basically non-tech business people, I would say, because I cut all the
Yeah.
technical things. So it's only focus on a strategic view that this is how generative AI works. I have that problem, and generative AI solve that problem in that particular area of my business. So I can implement in that way. Simple as that.
Perfect. That will be very interesting. Looking forward to this
Yes.
course. And I think many of the people watching this video will also like this course because basically it's for everyone and everyone who wants to make a career, who wants to become an executive. I think this course is very interesting
Yes,
for.
because I think business leaders are the one who bring those technology into the real world. So they come up with ideas. They know that how we can use such thing and scale out their product, right? So a basic concept is helpful for sure for them, and they should learn about it because this is an emerging technology. So you know, it's like in the 90s when the computer is started. Simple. I mean, if you don't know
Yeah.
computer,
Yeah.
ultimately you will lose the game. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Because the technology is here for a
Exact.
couple of decades, so it will goes on and on. It's not like that is lagging something. But so if we are understand the tech thing and update it with the trends, then it will be definitely beneficial.
And I think today there's not a single company in the world which doesn't have a computer.
Yes.
So I think this is clear that this was a technology which you cannot stay away from. So I think the same will be with AI.
Yeah.
But in the moment, when we do questionnaires, opinion polls with companies, only about 30% of companies are already using AI. So 70% do not. What do you think is happening to those companies which are not implementing AI or which are not fast enough to implement
For
it?
next couple of years, I think they will do that for sure. So, for example, when the social media things are on the internet, when the Facebook launch, the Instagram launch, the Twitter launch, people are not using the digital marketing stuff. Now everybody is using digital marketing. So that time people are also strict that what is digital marketing, we don't do that, we are good with the traditional thing. But now they have to do digital marketing. They have to put a SEO on thing. So similarly, AI is hype right now, but maybe the hype will get saturated after times, but this should be stay on for next couple of decades.
So I think it's important to be a front runner, to do it fast. Or do you think it's better to wait and observe the others first and then do it in the second step, or should you really be a front runner?
No, I think it should be a front runner because currently those technology are developed, they are not perfect, right? AI can hallucinate, they are biased, there are a lot of different stuff. So if you are a front runner, then you can understand at the first place that's what's happening. So you can check yourself and you can rebuild and, doing the process. So, continuously developing and working really well with the AI thing. If you are in the backstage, then maybe it takes many times to figure out what's happening. So I think definitely we should keep in touch with artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Can you name some more real world scenarios or real world applications for companies where AI can really help, where you say these are really important use cases that companies should use?
Yeah, so like I said, that onboarding thing. So basically, I was also talked with a customer, one client a couple of days ago. So basically, what happening is they have working in the HR thing. Okay, so human resources that basically work, and they have lot of privacy policies for their companies and n numbers of documentation they have, and they need to train their new employees about those kind of policies and how their companies work. So we are trying to build a basically chatbot or LLM based agent which can provide a complete end-to-end solution. So they know about what's happening in the companies, the policies and those things, and those are basically tailored for the specific employees, not like general employees. Like, for example, I am an employee and I have some kind of idea, but not expert in the communication, for example. So that policies help me to expertise in the communication skill rather than other thing. And there are someone else who are maybe lagging of the marketing thing. So that agent help them to, confident in the marketing stuff, that how the company work on the marketing thing. So it's very tailored based, Gen AI tool basically. Yeah, but it's not a platform based. It's the in-house based. Yeah.
Okay. Any other use case? Any other thing? What do you think for other departments, marketing, sales, procurement, or do you see any other use case of AI which is really great according to you?
The most popular thing is the chatbot. This is I think.
Yes.
I don't know. This should be the mandatory for every website basically.
Yeah.
So this is a great example to start with. Because this is the basic, in the technological way, it is the beginning stage in the AI field, generating AI field. So this is a great way to start. So basically, put a chatbot which is built on your public data. So there are no need to private data over there. So the security is very less, security risks is very less. And when the chatbot thing happens, so basically you have to figure out that why you need the chatbot. Maybe it's for FAQ, maybe it's for lead generation, or maybe product recommendation. So like that maybe. So there are different kind of approaches you can apply. So first figure out which the good one for right now the scenario, and based on that build a chatbot. For example, create a lead generation FAQ. So then now the thing is the chatbot is deployed, people are coming, people are typing, and the statistics says that most of the people come to your website, only near about 5 to 10% are using your service section, or they can approaches the email you or call you. The percentage is very low. But when the chatbot is there, then the interaction percentage will be again better. So if you can, what I said, script it very well so that you can chat with your customer and you turn them to your sales section, like how the salesperson do basically. So if doing the same thing for the chatbot, then the sales will gain. And also, when you analyze the chat, then there is a clear perspectives that how your customer behave, what they want. That's the more thing, right? And in this reel generation, I must say that 30-second reels are people are change their mind in 30 seconds. So this is to understand their mind is very important. So I think chatbot is a very, very popular and very easy to use AI tool that every people should implement. Yeah.
Agree. How is it going to continue? So if we are now, let's say, 5 years further, how will have AI changed our world in the next 5 years, especially when it comes to businesses, to companies?
Okay, so my prospect is different because currently AI is facing a big problem, that is the computational problem. You know, the NVIDIA recently launched the AI-based GPU system. So that is a very big issue currently where AI is facing. And I think this will solve in next 5 to 10 years. And also there are other two technology rather than AI which is involved in AI. That is nanotechnology and quantum computing. These both are simultaneously part of AI and they are also progressing. So my point of view is next 5 to 10 years that the computational power is more scalable, right? Right now is the people, not everybody can, train their model because it's very costly and it's very power consuming. So I think that would be sorted. And once that's sorted, then the scalability is very high. Like currently nowadays that, different, like you said that 70% people don't use AI, but then that next 5 to 10 years, everybody is going to use because the scalability is high.
I hope so. Yeah. Great. Shamba, thank you very, very much. It was amazing to talk with you. I'm very happy to have you as an expert on AIX. And we will definitely have more talks in the future.
Sure.
But first of all, I'm looking for your course.
Thank you.
And I think many other people should watch this course because I think it will really help executives and business leaders to understand.
Exactly. I'm also planning for launch my next course as well. So we are trying to focus on the prompt designing section. So people can use the ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot simultaneously. Use them as a very good way, so they don't need to search for different things that they can all have at.
Sounds great. Looking forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
And see you soon again.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.